This is the fastest way to get rich. Okay, so here's what's going on right now. In America, $1,000 is too much for 70% of Americans. What does that mean? 70% of Americans, if they got into an emergency, they would not be able to afford a $1,000 emergency. Now, if you're moving past that, 60% of people earning six figures are living paycheck to paycheck. And if you look at the US economy as a whole, the US economy adds $1 trillion to its national debt every 100 days. In one day alone, this year, the record is over $300 billion. One day. If the US continues on that path, the people in the US, Americans, we are going to have a problem. So we have to talk about this. We have to find another way to earn more money. And so, by the end of this video, I'm going to show you the fastest way that you can get rich. Because if you do this, I promise you, you will not be in the statistics that I mentioned earlier. There is a path to make money. It exists. And my rich friends and myself, we do this repetitively, but we don't share this information with everybody else because, well, why would we? We're enjoying a nice life. I'm here in Brazil. I'm financially free. I'm in my 20s. Life is great. But if we were not going to share this with more people, then I think that would be selfish. And I think I have a duty to share it with as many people as I can to help you make more money. So I'm going to do that. And for anyone that will listen, this is how you make a lot of money faster. I don't want you to be one of the poor people. I don't want you to be one of the broke people. I want you to live a fantastic life. And so I'm going to help you to do that. And it's possible. I know what I won't be talking about in this video is any get rich quick scheme that doesn't exist, right? Get rich in 2 months, that doesn't exist. Amazon FBA, that doesn't exist. That, if you see someone say that online, that's a scam. That does not exist. You have to work very hard, become good at something, very good at something, and then you have to make sales or provide value to people. No, I preach the big three on this channel: business, real estate, or investing. That's how you get financial freedom. Business, real estate, or investing. And that's going to be consistent with what I'm going to say here today. Because if we talk about the absolute fastest way that you can get rich right now, then we're going to have to talk about a strategy that you need to employ within you, yourself, and your friends. So here it is. If you're in a relationship, this will work out fantastic for you. If you are single, I'll have a strategy for you as well. But if you're in a relationship, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go ahead, you're going to, if you're a guy, you're going to sit down, hey baby, I watch this video from Kadeem, he's financially free, he's in Brazil, he's traveling the world, he owns millions of dollars in real estate, millions of dollars in stocks, and he is advising us to take this path, and I think it can work for us. So baby, here's what I'm thinking. I want us to sit down. I want you to invest all of the money that you're earning, because we're in this for the long haul. I want you to invest all of the money that you're earning into making more money. And we are going to live off my income alone. Now, I understand that that's us taking a risk in your future. And if you really love that person, then that's the move that you should make, especially if you're married. If you're married and you haven't done this, then you should have done this already. So you're going to say to your partner, you're going to say to babe, say to the loved one, right? This is your partner for life, right? We are not going to spend as if we have two incomes. We are going to live on one income. And we are going to invest the other entire income coming in. And we're going to do this for 3-5 years. And maybe after 5 years, we can pull back and we can start spending maybe half of the other income and invest a little less. But you're going to do this for at least 5 years. I'm going to show you what's going to happen in a second. If you are earning $4,000 and your partner is earning $4,000, now that's not a lot of money, right? But combined, that's $8,000. You're going to live on $4,000. That means rent is coming out of it, Food is coming out of it. Perks are coming out of it. Now, you might say we might not have enough for any more trips. Yes, exactly. Because if you continue the way that you are, you're going to end up like the statistics I mentioned at the start, which is that people are living paycheck to paycheck, barely able to afford their bills. Wages are not going up. Since 2020, the US dollar has lost 25% of its value. What does that mean? It means whatever $100 could buy in 2020, it only buys $75 today. That's absolutely crazy. How is that sustainable? In 5 more years, you would have, based on that trajectory, you'd only be able to buy half of what you could buy during the pandemic. Or in 10 years, maybe. But 10 years is not that much time if you don't do something about it. Remember, I don't want you to be in the one of the people. I don't want you to be one of the statistics. Here's the thing. You live on one income. You live on one income. Now, what do you do with the other income? That's an extra $4,000. Now, I want you to look at this. Watch how fast $4,000 can become a lot of money. Okay, $4,000 invested every month. You do that for one entire year. That's $48,000. You do that for 3 years. How much is that? 96, another 130, 142. Is that right? 48 plus 96. What's that? Somebody work out the math for me. 3 years, right? 48 times 5. 48 times 5. That's 2,200, more than 200,000. More than $200,000 in 5 years between you and Babe. Remember, you're working together. More than $200,000 in 5 years. That's enough for you to put down a down payment on a house. Remember, a down payment on a house is 20% or less. So if you have $200,000, you can put down together on $1 million property. Boom, now you're a millionaire. Just like that. Or you have a $200,000 startup capital to start a business. Right? Or you have a $200,000 stock profile that you can now start trading with, you can start investing with. That's just 5 years. Just 5 years of commitment. You see how quickly that can happen? Now remember, college is only 4 years. So I'm only asking you to go to college plus 1 year with your partner and stay committed to doing that. Living frugally. Just 5 years. Because what happens in the next 5 years after that, that's when you go crazy mode. Crazy mode. Because at the end of that 10 years, what's going to happen to you? You're going to be one of us. You're going to be financially free. You're going to be able to travel. You're going to own assets. You're going to have discretionary income. You're going to be rich. That's what happens after you do that for 5 years and then you start investing for another 5 years. At that 10-year mark, you're starting to see, wow, I have a lot of money. Foolproof way. This is how people are creating wealth today. I'm telling you, there are 20, maybe 23 millionaires in the US by now. Last time I checked, it was 22. It's probably 23 by now. A new millionaire is created every couple seconds. That should be one of you. 1 in every 9 Americans is a millionaire. These are stats you should know. They're not uncommon. It's just that most people don't know how to do it. So, you're going to take that second income, invest all of it, 3 to 5 years, no problem. If you're single, you don't have a partner you can do this with. Now remember, you don't have to do this with a romantic partner. You can do that with a business partner. You can do that with your brother. You can do that with your sister. You can do that with your aunt that you really like. You can do that with your uncle that you really like. Anybody, your godmother, your godfather, your cousin, no problem. Pick one person and you two do it together. That's the plan. Now here's the next thing. If you don't have anybody like that, because I know that there's someone that is just one person. I understand. It's just you. Here's what you're going to do. This is going to be hard, but you're going to have to do the same thing, except you're only one person, which means that you're going to one job from 9 to 5, and then from 5 until 10 o'clock, you're earning your second paycheck. So here you're earning $4,000 from 9 to 5, from 5 until 10, 5 until midnight, you're earning your second paycheck. That second paycheck, that goes all into investing, and you're going to do that for 5 years. I'm not talking 1 month. You're going to do it for 1 month, you're going to get tired. You're going to do it for 3 months, you're going to get tired. You're going to do that for 6 months. You're going to get tired. Everybody's going on trips. You don't go on trips. 1 year. Wow. I've done it. 1 entire year. You have to do that 5 more times. That's the sacrifice. At the end of those 5 years, you will have $250,000. That's good money. Good money. Almost $250,000. That's enough to start investing. That's enough to put a down payment on a house. That's enough to earn some serious money. At $250,000 alone, if the stock market averages around 10% a year, you are gaining without doing anything $25,000 a year. Let that sink in. Remember, in other countries in the world, that is a lot of money. You can live in Brazil on $25,000 a year like king. I probably spend close to that. You don't need to spend a lot of money outside of the States, but you do need to earn a lot of money. So I'm telling you right now, if you're single, if you're in a relationship, I'm laying out the blueprint for you so that you can get rich and get financially free in 5 years. This is the fastest way for you to get rich. I told you I'd answer your question by the end. If you like this video, if you found any value from this, I'm going to ask you for one favor. All I'm going to ask you is that you share this with one person and just drop the word invest in the comment. Let me know that you watched until the end. And also, one more thing, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me a lot. We just crossed 500 subscribers a couple of weeks ago, and I'm really excited. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video.